Hold on one second. We about to get to the bottom of this, ladies and gentlemen. This don't make no sense whatsoever. Welcome to the Dark Waters channel, where we explore mysteries, figure out the truth, dive into politics, and anything else you want to know about. That's what we doing over here, baby. Let's go. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? The one and only James Williams, Dark Waters, and we are here to talk about the meltdown of the L people and what in the World Economic Forum is going on out here in these streets. What in the World Economic Forum is happening? January 25th, the President of the United States will go and meet with the World Economic Forum. And there are people out here saying that, oh, why does the President, Donald J. Trump, have to go over there to meet with them? I'm going to tell you why. Because when you deal with the L people, E-L-L people, you need to get up in their face. You need to tell them. See all that licking your tongue out? I'm going to smack that tongue out your mouth. And I want y'all to see what these people have been saying. Because if you don't know what your enemy is saying, dog, then you don't know what's going on. Watch this. Stop it. First of all, I want you to realize that look like a lizard, if you don't understand it. But listen to what the lizard has to say. This is a lizard listening party.
If you go back really not that long ago, as I say, we owned the news. We were the gatekeepers, and we very much owned the facts as well. If it said it in the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, then that was a fact. Nowadays, people can go to all sorts of different sources for the news, and they're much more questioning about what we're saying. So it's no longer good enough for us just to say, this is what happened, or this is the news. We have to explain almost, so readers expect to understand how we source stories. They want to know how we go about getting stories. We have to sort of lift, as it were, and in a way that newspapers aren't used to doing, and explain to people what we're doing. We need to be much more transparent about how we go about collecting the news.
No, y'all got to stop lying. That's the reality of the matter is. You see, how we knew that the people was on their heels. The L people was on their heels. Because in all their meetings, they talked about trust. Watch this. I'm going to be fast because y'all only watch the first 7 minutes of a video. Now, if y'all want these videos to be longer, you're going to have to watch more of the longer versions of videos. But I'm going to make this fast because everybody act like they only got a 7-minute attention span. So we just going to keep on doing 7-minute videos so you can understand the 7-minute. We can work within the 7-minute attention span. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know what to tell you, but if you ain't going to watch it, I'm not going to be putting it out there. So watch this. REF, WEF Trust. They believe, and they will tell you that trust is what has eroded in their, here it is.
It's hard for us, I'm a climate scientist, to understand misinformation. This, we, for instance, this year, 2023, we had the warmest year in 125,000 years. You have to go back to the last interglacial period. All the record-breaking climate extremes. We had for decades, now more and more. So it's hard to believe why misinformation. The science is showing the risk of climate change. So we have to understand the way, not to communicate, because science is communicating, but why some people still do not believe in that.
Mm-hmm. What I find striking, and you probably have the same thing also as a journalist, what I noticed in the last years, let's say in the 5 years, starting with the Brexit, then we had the pandemic, then we had the ongoing climate issue as well. When did the word expert become almost an insult in some circles, or that some circles started to mistrust the word expert itself?
Well,
I'm going to pause right here and I'm going to say this. You see, the problem that they're running into is they can't figure out, because they live in a bubble, they can't figure out why the average citizen does not trust them. And what it is they believe that they're smarter than you, and more importantly, that you're dumb as a brick. So what they're saying is, we lied to them. We've laid out these different terminologies to them, and they won't accept it. And what you're having is a conversation in a bubble. For example, when he says, well, when did the word expert become a bad thing? When the experts started lying. When you claim to be an expert and you lie, nobody trusts the terminology of an expert. When you claim to be a doctor and you don't do the correct research, and when your patient asks you a question, you can't give them an answer, but they can go online and find an answer, find the actual suitable answer and find evidence that supports that what they're saying is true and what you're saying is a lie, you no longer are an expert. They, the globalists, the World Economic Forum, have destroyed the concept of experts with their lies. That's why everything that they're talking about right now is we need to regain trust. We need to build trust. You ain't going to have no trust from nobody because you've done a series of events of it calls a systematic, worldwide, economic, global breakdown in every form of the fabric of society, whether it be cultural, whether it be financial, whether it be borders, and you got busted and they still haven't figured it out. And this is how you know they're inside the ground. Because they can't logically figure out that me and you and everybody else done caught them. They don't see it. They think, okay, if we this over here, this will work. No, dog, nothing you do gonna work. Look at him right there. I mean, look at that man. If you saw that man, ladies, the ladies in the dark waters, I'm gonna ask y'all, if you saw that man in a dark alley right there, looking like a damn ghoul, you'll probably be like, yeah, he an old man. He might not be a threat, but he look like a damn ghoul. Look at all these people, man. When you look at them, you see the wickedness and evil on them.
As I was saying, I mean, really to become much more effective in responsible advocacy in anything related to science. For instance, for us sometimes it's difficult to understand. I will give you one example from my country, Brazil. Brazil was among the 3 countries with the highest rate in the world, historically, more than US. And then we had a president, former president, a populist president, against science, against vaccination, etc. And then all of a sudden...
We might say his name, Jair Bolsonaro.
Bolsonaro. Yeah. I mean, it's believed, but during those years, Brazil had, I think, the 3rd highest mortality for the COVID pandemic. More than 1 million people died. A lot of people did not take... And now, to 2023, with the new government in Brazil, also... Only 70% of the people took vaccination, children much less, 25%. So, you know, even the president was not re-elected, but it seems that the erosion of trust in science is continuous. I'm giving the example of,
yes, you have eroded. It's not the trust in science that you've eroded. It's the trust in leadership that has eroded. Trust has eroded with you, the World Economic Forum, because the information age is here and people can trace back who's connected to who. So, for example, trust right now is eroding in California and Los Angeles in the Democratic Party because people are watching houses burn. There was a lithium fire today. That is the results of the actions and the failures and the manipulations that erode trust. Point blank, period. You can put whatever label you want on it, and you can feel how you want to feel about, oh, they don't trust us as it pertains to this or that or this or that. People don't trust you. Lack of trust means that their agenda cannot move forward. You can't propose a solution to a person who believes, knows, and understands that you are a destructive force against humanity. So, yeah, I summed it all up real quick for attention span.